Oh, shit. You hold it down, it just does the thing.
What?
Yeah, we're recording now.
Oh, we're recording?
Jesus
Sweet.
Christ, yeah. Oh, shit, all my topics are on this thing.
For anyone who hasn't heard, I don't actually drink that much.
Oh, yeah. You don't drink what?
That much.
What? You know what? Okay, true story time?
Yeah.
No, you're a slow drinker.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because
Yeah.
I'm usually busy talking.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm usually busy talking, and so I don't.
Right.
Like if I'm at home and it's just me, like,
Yeah.
I throw them back. But that's because I'm not talking to anyone.
Right.
I'm just, like, gaming or watching TV or whatever, or writing, and it's just like, then I am... I mean, I can suck down Coors Lights like water.
Right.
I mean, most people can, but like...
But Coors Light is water, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's reality.
It's delicious. It's delicious water. It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's why I drink so slow. And you'll probably notice from now on, whenever other people are talking and I'm not actually talking, I do drink at a normal pace. It really is only when I'm constantly trying to be the center of attention because I'm fucking hilarious. And I also need like reinforcement. Otherwise people get worried.
I need people to believe that I'm funny.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so that's why and you're right. When we go out, you outdrink me probably about like a pint and a half to my one.
Yeah.
If not more.
Sometimes it surprises me. I look over and you're like, are you just going to let that go flat first? Are you looking for a poor man's cask? What are you doing over there?
I mean, if you, that's funny. I mean, if you're losing 2/3 of a glass of anything, it might as well be Coors Light.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. I'm not like getting. Oh God, what is it? Dragon's milk.
Oh
milk.
God, yeah. That I think that's Left Hand Brewing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That shit is it's not very good, and it's like $10 per
like
a bottle,
can, a bottle or a can. Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm good on that. It's not even that good.
Yeah, no, I get it, but so I'm the opposite of you. So once you're into it, you're talking, you're not drinking the beer. Like the minute I have some kind of competition going on or like darts or something like that, I will just, I'm a sieve. It's just going straight down.
Well, I mean, but that's the other thing. If we are playing darts, every time I come back to the table, I'm taking a swig.
Yeah.
So I do drink faster when I'm doing that.
That's fair.
It's really when I'm just sitting there not doing anything with my hands, and so I'm doing it with my mouth. That's what she said.
I was gonna say.
Oh God, we're gonna get trademarked. Fuck. We just came back and we're already getting bleeped. But no, for real. Like if I'm not engaged in something, or if I am engaged in something, I drink more.
Right.
Because I'm pacing myself. I have a rhythm going.
Right.
It's really when I'm talking and I'm constantly like looking for that like. I was told that I'm like a radio looking for a signal. Like
Okay.
all the time.
All
like
right.
just constantly looking for something to come back so that someone can hear. Okay, it's like in I Am Legend when Will Smith is like, I will be at the dock every day and then no one shows up. That's when I start drinking.
Yeah, no, I'm like a nervous drinker. The minute I have something going on and I figure like how to handle it, I'm just like down everything in front of me. Unless I'm eating. The minute I'm eating, no.
Yeah.
I can't.
Food's the priority.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's like I jokingly call it prison rules, but it's like the minute I have food, I pound the food, then back to the drink.
Yeah. Right?
It's like I'll go through beer,
Yeah.
and then like you can even see the waitress or the bartender come by and like he's been like sucking them down like they're going out of style, but the minute I put a burger in front of him, that thing has been like just sitting there for like 20 minutes.
But also with the way that, and you more than I, but still me, I think to a degree, we love to just destroy food. Like food, it's like, this is the thing I live for is delicious food.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like and if you have the large portions that we usually have,
Yeah.
it's like if you're drinking beer, that's more calories. You're you're taking up room where there should be food.
Right.
And so it's like, well, I'll have some water to, wash it down, but I'm like, I'm not going to be throwing back fucking 8.5% beers and being like, oh yeah, I'll just fucking eat 2 slices of pizza rather than the 20 that I actually wanted to eat.
Fair enough. So you bring all this up because I assume you have a point?
Oh no, I thought we were just shooting the shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the, because like I asked you to play chess yesterday, and you're like, I'm smashed.
Oh, I mean, I was so smashed fucking for our friends,
Wake.
Yeah, it was a memorial essentially, like
gotcha.
a memorial cruise car show, which I think is a great way to honor someone who was into cars and stuff
totally.
like that. But
Only way you could do it better if you do a Blues Brothers movie kind of idea where you just chuck all the cars at the wall.
yeah, right, yeah. Go to Valhalla.
All you burn.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it was. I'm not family, so obviously whatever feelings I would have had. I mean, obviously I was there for my friend, so if he needed anything,
Of course.
and everyone was kind of like that. They were there to be there for the family,
Yeah, same way I would have if I apparently didn't have the world's most busiest weekend I did not plan.
yeah, right. But no, and so we got there at 9 a.m. I don't even start working until 11 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
During the week.
Oh, I see.
So I showed up there 2 hours early, Dennis.
I was going to say, we're saying his name? Okay,
Yeah,
Dennis.
might as well. But yeah,
High school friend Dennis.
Yeah, and showed up early. And not early, showed up on time, and
Showed up ready.
it was literally just like go like, and I think we were there for about an hour, and he goes, oh, by the way, come over here. And I was like, oh, okay. And this was outside of a bar,
Right.
This is outside of one of the Eagles. And so he like writes something on my wrist, and he's just like, I have an open tab, don't get drunk too early. And I'm like, I can't promise that. But I didn't get drunk too early. Well, and
There's a lot of things you can't promise.
I know, right? Well, anytime anyone's like, you need to have some self-control, I'm like, I will prove you wrong. Because I'm like Will Ferrell and Austin Powers. Like, as soon as you ask me something 3 times, I'm just gonna fucking bend. Like every time. And it's
No, my weakness.
and it gets so bad, especially if it's like, oh well, I gotta go home because I'm feeling sick and I left the iron on the oven or whatever.
Left the iron in the oven.
Yeah, and I'm like, I really should be getting home. And then one of our friends walks in, and I'm like, oh, I'll just have another. Who gives a shit? And then 3 hours later, I'm like, I really hope my house hasn't burned down. But
You'd hope Barbara would have noticed that by then, yeah?
yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. She's a very sound sleeper.
Yeah, so is Alice.
Actually, the other day I left the oven on and got in trouble for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've done that. No, I've done that too. It was funny. That I didn't get in trouble, but it was like, I was like, do you want this on? And I'm like, oh shit, that has at least been on for 4 hours.
And you're like, I'm sorry, who are you?
Why are you in my house?
But no, it's a and to be fair to Alice, you actually have shit that if you burn it, it's actually worth something.
Fair.
Like me, it's like,
Oh, come on, you gotta have something or something.
I've got at least one book from the 1800s.
Me too.
That might be worth something, but other than that, I'm like, PlayStations are replaceable.
Yeah, fair. I mean, fuck, all this shit's replaceable too.
I know.
I've kind of gotten to that point where I'm like, well, I spent the last 3 years just trying to get rid of as much shit as I can and just trying to get out from underneath it. I went from having like, hey, I don't know if I should get rid of my homework from the 6th grade to like, fuck it, whole laptops, go.
Yeah. Right. Well, I found this out the hard way. And again, we are so off topic. But I found out the hard way that like,
I think Alpine is mad that the ladies have left.
oh, well,
Too bad.
Yeah, I'm like, you're in the wrong group of friends there, bud, if you don't like women leaving the room. Sorry.
Anyway, you were saying before I was getting you in your own amount of trouble.
Yeah, right. Shit, what was I saying?
Perfect.
I know, right?
I don't even think this will show up on the podcast, but yeah, he's just down there howling now. So first he was mad they were leaving. Now he's mad they have left. So now he's just howling.
No, he can hear us laughing at him. He's just like, I can still hear you. I can still ruin a podcast, okay?
Watch me do it.
Try me, bitch.
Watch me go. So drinking's one thing. What else you been up to?
Working.
Excellent.
I work 40 hours a week like a fucking adult. Sometimes more.
For the man.
And it's great. I never have to talk to anyone for more than like
2 seconds.
10 minutes a day.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's more than I'd expect.
Well, I don't actually talk for any of it. It's just, it's a stand-up meeting where they tell us like, hey, don't do things you shouldn't be doing. And we're like,
okay.
That's actually, and that's the thing about the stand-up. They're never wrong.
Right.
like I'm just sitting there like, so same as yesterday, and they're like, yep, same as yesterday, but just don't say that in front of everyone. I'm like, oh, okay, done.
Oh, right. I forgot. Plausible deniability.
Yeah, right. They're like, you can say pretty much anything when you're by yourself, and I spend most of my day just by myself, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I realized I really don't talk to myself much.
I talk to myself all the time. I'm always talking about something.
I'm sure that you're like, anytime anyone in this household is in a room, you are running the show as far as like communication goes.
I don't know about that.
Except when like Alpine is in mourning like he is right now.
The world has left me. Oh, no. Well, for myself, I think all my electronics are dying. I had to replace my router. It's continuously just starting to come apart. Like we were having time, remember we were watching Weapon the other night?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it was,
that was the router.
Yeah. By the way,
that was
shout out, watch Weapons.
Watch Weapons, baby. Best 3 minutes in cinema ever.
Yeah.
At least for me.
But yeah, no, well, and honestly, I think it's, and this goes back to the point that I forgot to make. Wanting to clear house, but having a lady live with you is like an oxymoron.
Oof. Well, actually, that was one thing my last ex was instilled in me was get rid of fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither of you are military brats. That probably, yeah. Like, no. Heather was, so.
Oh, okay.
I think that definitely helped into that game plan. In fact, I was talking to someone who was getting ready to move, and she was like, yeah, my dad was in the Navy, or not the Navy, the Marines, excuse me. And
we're getting some unneeded hate there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I got used to moving quite a bit. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I forget who told me. They were telling me that Trump is doing this new thing. And it's probably not coming here because, we live on the West Coast.
I don't know.
But it was that, like, if you live with someone for 5 years now, you're, like, legally married. And I looked right at my girlfriend and just said, that means I own half of that shit you won't get rid of, by the way. And she was just like, I will kill you if you touch anything that I own. And I was like, could you please just let me touch something?
I mean, we have common law around here in some way. I haven't dug into it a whole ton, but we already got some stuff on the books around that. I mean, and like Alice and I have been together for 5 years now living around here. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No, and honestly, I don't care either way. Like, that's one of those topics that I'm like,
nah, she can have a fucking all. I don't care.
Yeah, right. I'm like, you know what?
I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, you know what?
I'm so done.
Who moved us to our current place? Me. Good luck getting it out of here without me, okay? You leave me my TV and my PlayStation, and
That's
we're
all
square.
You're really worried about the only thing you brought up is the PlayStation. Nothing else matters, eh?
I mean, I am a big Metallica fan.
You were going the same place I was thinking.
I nailed it.
The minute I said it, I was like, God damn it, why did I say that?
I mean, I have pictures.
They're on my phone.
Yeah.
They'll probably come out with me when the place burns down.
I mean, the laptop, that would be important.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily I am insured. Like, I have, which was one of those things that is like, every time anyone's like, give us money and we might give you something in the future, I'm like, kiss my ass.
Right.
And this one I was like, oh, this is very reasonable. Why can't everything be like this? And then I'm like, I can't wait until my house burns down.
I actually am really curious what I probably should look over whatever the fuck homeowner insurance I have is and figure out what it covers and doesn't. Like, all my cameras are on a different insurance thing. All my cars are on another insurance thing. But, like, everything else in here, I don't know. They'll be like, we bought you a new toaster.
Yeah, right.
It was a smart toaster. This one's got a spring.
Yeah, right. This one works like all toasters have worked since the beginning of time. But yeah, no, I definitely was like,
Gotcha, $1.
Like, mine is like $20 a month. We should really get sponsored by like some home insurance company because I honestly was like, this is actually affordable. You know, it was like when I was told when I was a kid that Xbox Live was like $50 a month, or not $50 a month, $50 for a year.
A year,
and I was just like, shut up! It's got to be way more than that. And you know why? Because I fucking want it. Okay, if I want it, it's got to be ridiculously expensive. And then it turns out it was just $50 a month, and I was just like,
a year.
Sorry, yeah, it was $50 a year, and I was just like, I
cannot believe this.
And then like a week later, Red Ring of Death. No, I'm joking.
$50 a year plus new hardware every month,
plus a brand new Xbox.
So what's your topic, man? Do you have one?
I figured we'd talk a little bit. Well, if we talk about one, we kind of have to talk about both.
All right, whatever. I'm in.
So we have
the floor is yours.
We have to talk about Charlie Kirk.
Oh, here we go.
I know, right? What was it that our bartender said the other day? There are no two words in the English language that are going to ruin everyone's night more.
Probably.
Not because of who he is, but just because it's such a divisive topic.
I was walking into my soccer game, and two people had finished their soccer game, were walking towards their car, and I overheard part of the conversation, and it was about Charlie Kirk, and I was just like, and at this point, we're what, 3 weeks on, 4 weeks on, something like that. I was like, holy shit, it is still the topic of the moment. Yeah. So, okay, where are we taking it?
I mean, for me, it's just a weird. It's the whole thing surrounding it is, and I don't mean what actually happened. Obviously, and you and I have talked about this. Mm-hmm. What happened is a tragedy. It shouldn't happen. Yep. People should not be gunned on stage.
People should be gunned nowhere.
Yeah, I agree. And that's it. That's it for me. Like I'm like, that is where I draw the line. That is where I'm like, I don't care what he said. This is not Stalin. This is not Adolf Hitler. This is...
Well, no, this is America, and ideas should be met with better ideas, not bullets, period. Yes.
And so that for me, and anyone who's kind of done like the moral high horse thing for it, I'm like, I whatever he said, maybe he said fucked up things. I don't actually know. I didn't even know who the guy was before he died. Then I see all this stuff, and I'm like, there's no way that he's committed, genocide.
No, he's not committed
or
genocide.
Like acts of terror. Where I'm like...
Not that I'm aware of.
Because in my lifetime, the only two people that we've celebrated the death of, I guess, were Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. Like, those are really the only two I can think of.
As Americans?
Yeah, as Americans. Where it was like, it is good that this person is dead.
What about Hitler?
I wasn't alive when Hitler was alive.
So all right, I'm just trying to round it in,
Yeah.
If we're going to explore this space, even if I come into this...
Well, if we're going all time, people that we celebrate their deaths, I want to talk about some of my ancestors because they really fucked up.
Okay. What about King George? Anyway.
Yeah,
go on.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like
Right.
just of the deaths that have happened in my lifetime. Those are the two though that I feel like as Americans we've celebrated.
Okay.
And and I even remember there being like at least some contention about bin Laden and that, which was weird because I was in high school and I was like you're in high school with me and I am very happy that this bad man is dead.
The difference, correct me if I'm wrong here, the difference between bin Laden and Saddam was Saddam at least had a trial?
He did, yes.
Bin Laden was murdered on site.
Yes. But bin Laden also defended himself with violent.
Oh, I believe
Yeah.
that. I'm just,
Yeah.
of the two deaths.
Yeah. But Saddam also complied as soon as they found him. Like as soon as they found him, he was like,
If I was literally buried in a ditch and they found me, I'd be like, hey, cool. Just get me out of here
I'd
first.
be like, yeah, just in case your U.S.
I'm not going to be
forces-
violent right now. I'm just going to let you get me out of this fucking box in the ground. That's how they found his ass.
Yeah. But yeah, those were the two, and now.
I'd be compliant. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. And I probably would be like, close the door. I'll be finished in 10 minutes.
Right. So bright.
Yeah. Be like, do you know how much I drank last night? I'm hungover. Close the damn door.
I mean, there were photographers on site when they found Saddam. It was it had to be just the most, like, it was the most humiliating, non-gratifying shots. Like,
Yeah.
So
He had never looked less dignified.
we had an entire quote unquote war.
Yeah.
Or like, phew.
Yeah. And we could go into that on a separate podcast of that particular war.
Well, a bonus podcast.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you want to hear the extra half hour of us,
Desert Storm.
being like 0 Dark 30. But no,
that had more to do with bin Laden than
I
it did
know,
with.
but it's okay to just laugh and let me have it. Okay, that's a great movie.
I can't help
by the
it.
way.
I'm a fucking nerd.
That's right. You're the what is it? You're the analyst, and I'm the play-by-play guy.
I took my glass. Technically,
No, it's great. It's you fact checking and me sitting here being like,
fuck off.
he's sitting here like. But no, back to Charlie Kirk.
Right.
I think it's fair to say that Charlie Kirk, no matter what he did or say, as far as we know, has never done anything on the level of Osama bin Laden or Saddam Hussein.
No.
And so for me, I'm like, then his death at least is a tragedy because he was so young. It was a violent death. It was unnecessary.
A father of two is dead.
Yeah. And I, and that is a tragedy. But then everything around it just became so, because that was my thing is it's weird that people are not changing the facts, but telling people how they should view it. And I'm like, well, look at the facts. He's dead. He was killed. He was murdered, cold blood, in front of a bunch of people.
Yes.
When did that not become awful? Because for me, it's awful.
It is awful.
And
I agree with that.
And for anyone, and in my opinion, anyone in the U.S. should think that that's awful. That alone, that this person died in a violent crime.
That was, and the first 24 hours of it, I do remember having some very weird feelings and kind of kickbacks against some of the people I know who would, I had people literally like, I had talked about gun violence, killed by gun violence. And I was like, that doesn't feel right. Like, I kind of got that. And this doesn't do this death, everything that's happened, regardless of what Charlie stood for, doesn't do us any good.
Correct.
It does nobody any good whatsoever. It doesn't make anything better. It doesn't change the narrative. It doesn't help anybody to make a better America. Another American is dead.
Yeah. And for me, and it's a weird thing, and I'm guessing it has to do with modern technology where everything happens so quickly all the time. But I'm like, when did we stop giving people a chance to change? Like, when was it more important that these people just fucking die than they are given a chance to grow as a human being and maybe learn something? And I'm not saying he would or he wouldn't. I didn't know the guy. But for me, I'm like, there's so many instances in people, and this dude was what, 31?
I actually don't know, but he was younger,
yeah,
for sure.
He was younger than me.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, I have changed so much in the last year.
No, same.
Much less the next 10 years. And it's like
the me, and I don't know if I was talking with you or somebody, but the me that was last year is a fucking moron compared to me now.
Yeah. And so I don't get why it's no longer like, oh, well, we need to give this person a chance to see reason or maybe even look within themselves or change, do an organic change.
Or even explore the space till they kind of understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
They're just like, nope, that thing disagrees with me. It needs to be shot.
Well,
Or it needs to be gone.
I have some observations. I won't say I have an answer, and I won't say that. And it does come a little bit into my topic of the day. If we want to kind of mix the two together a bit. And it really kind of hit me this morning when I was just kind of going through my usual get up, get over the hangover. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
Get up, have some coffee, sit there and think about it. But so we have all this going on. So Charlie Kirk happened. We've had another 5 shootings in the last, 48 hours. Mm-hmm. We now have martial law, or not martial law, I guess, but we definitely have the National Guard in Portland.
Yeah.
All fucking places going all at once. And
I'm like, are they partying? Like, did they send them there to enforce martial law, or are they really just like,
are the liberal
get some booze, get some bitches, have a great time, guys. Welcome to fucking Portland.
Exactly. Or like the liberal arts majors from fucking Vancouver invading. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
What's the problem? So but back to my what I was trying to get at is social media is pressing many buttons. And I'm not going to say that they're all about what's going on here, but the fact that we now have a news platform that is trying to they've changed their narrative completely around how they report news, how quickly they're willing to point fingers, all based on what I can only tell is a feedback loop from what's going on with social media. Like what happened in Michigan with the Mormon church, where the guy went in, burned all that stuff. Immediately within social media, people were starting to blame the Muslims till it came out who it actually was. And so now our prestigious news group, used to be one of the best in the world, is having to try and keep up with social media as far as reporting things, keeping context, keeping people engaged. And I'm the first one to admit I was naive. I always thought that they would be too big to fail. And so now you have these news groups that are pointing fingers left and right instead of saying like, we don't give any credence to shooters and that because that's only going to help things. But then people go to social media instead of the news because that's where they think they're seeing what they want to see. And then you start getting into this misinformation and conspiracy theory culture going on around it. And all these things start to press in on that. And so now shootings are getting they're getting more press. They're getting talked about more. People are writing shit on bullets. All this stuff is literally just a big way to get a lot of attention. And I'm I'm just starting to dig into this. I'm not saying I have an immediate answer, but I think there's a lot here that needs to be talked about and thought about in this, because we're building this really bad feedback loop within our world where absolutely the stuff that Charlie might have been talking about was hate speech and racist and all these things, but that doesn't mean that turns into someone who gets shot and killed and dies. That is not the response to that. That should never be the response to that. But when this feedback loop starts to go faster and faster, that's what people think needs to happen in order to get this. And nobody's de-escalating it. Everybody's like, it's the left or it's the right. It's like, no, it was an American who was shot and killed. Fucking slow down and think about what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, no, and I, as you were saying that, I was thinking of other, I guess, because you're kind of talking about like viral movements.
Yes,
I guess.
Like
yeah,
I can see
movements that have gone viral. And there was a time when viral movements were for positive things, like the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and
all
you
right,
know,
yeah.
And you know, regardless of whether or not you're left or you're right, ALS is an awful, debilitating disease, and it was great to. I did the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, I got suckered into it by some people too.
Yeah, no one I tagged in my Ice Bucket Challenge did it after I tagged them. Okay.
Yeah. No,
okay. They can't see me right now, but they should know I'm looking at them.
No, I got tagged. I did it and donated like $5,000. It was.
I know I donated something because I keep getting emails about it.
Well, thank you for your donation.
Yeah. But with that. So let's say, and this is all hypothetical.
Sure.
So someone does the Ice Bucket Challenge, you know, they and for those of you who don't know, it was to raise awareness for ALS. You pour a bucket of ice over yourself. You tag 3 other people. They're supposed to donate and also tag others.
Yep.
And so it was a kind of a pay it forward type deal. And so hypothetically, let's say I have a friend who saw me post it. His dad, let's say, is a racist piece of shit and died of ALS. So my friend, who hypothetically in this is an idiot, but he's shouting at the top of his lungs, "Fuck Spencer." He's anti-ALS. He doesn't know what this has done for my family because my dad got ALS and died horribly. Now my mom and my brother and I are free of this awful presence in our house and blah, blah, blah. That, to me, is anyone who would hear something like that, everyone would be like, okay, so he has his reasons, but he's wrong. And then they'd move on with their lives. Like, there'd be no, like, fuck you for being pro-ALS. There'd be no, yeah, right, which is such an absurd thing to even say.
Made me laugh, yes.
But, you know, no one would, like, call his house. No one would shoot him. No one would be like...
Hit their husband with a hammer.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, well, he's the minority, the very minority, and he kind of has his reasons and... whatever. I don't really care about that. Let's all move on. Now, it's like, well, and then it became, oh, we need to do very positive, because that's a positive. I think everyone can agree. Fighting against debilitating disease is a positive thing for humanity, and it's normal for humanity.
I would say most people might agree.
Okay, fair enough.
Someone might not.
Yeah, but the majority of people would agree. Then it became,
we hope.
Yeah, then it became like social movements like Black Lives Matter and the Me Too movement, which I also consider to be very positive things. You know, I think equality is very positive things. But then you get people, this is no longer about a disease though. This is about decency, if you will, or morality or ethics, which is good. You know, for me, I think promoting things that make people know more about things that they don't know anything about, or maybe even just don't know enough about, is good. But that opened the door for I'm no longer being universal because now, or I'm not promoting a livelihood here. I'm not fighting for humanity against a disease. I'm fighting anyone I disagree with. Mm-hmm. And I think that was when that really shifted. And it was like, this is no longer something I have to agree with because I'm human. Mm-hmm. It's something, because Black Lives Matter, they had All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, blah. And, on paper, none of them are killing anyone. They're just disagreeing. Or not entirely agreeing, or whatever. In my opinion, a lot of those people were just being dicks. And I get that there's a belief system and everyone believes what they believe, but I think that was when those kind of viral things came to that point of, oh, I can disagree with this and I'm not actually hurting anyone.
I think and this is my current opinion, and you can firebomb me if you wish. I think we're in this position where Black lives do matter.
Yes.
And the Me Too movement makes sense. No one should ever feel repressed by their gender or anything of that nature.
Yes.
I think the naive situation on the other end of that is where you're seeing this pushback is the people who, frankly, white male men who had nothing to do with that moment suddenly feel attacked because of something that happened somewhere else. And they naively push back on these situations because they don't understand the plight.
Correct. And I think that also leads into where we are now, where everything's a social movement.
Everything's a political movement.
Yes.
Everything is so far off the fucking rails, it's become a political movement when it should not
but
be.
I did think...
Because it should be a social movement.
Yes. But I think because people were allowed to see BLM on something. Mm-hmm. And then they're like...
And I still see Bureau of Land Management every time I see that.
I know, right? Like,
I grew up in Alaska, dog. I don't
right? Get off my lawn, you ass.
Go on, sorry.
But no, but people see, BLM, and they're like, well, I'm not black. And they're like, well...
Exactly.
I know, right? And I'm like, that's kind of the point, dumbass. But they see BLM, and they're like, okay, Black Lives Matter. Well... I'm not black. So here's my tribe of All Lives Matter. And then we have this tribe of Blue Lives Matter. And then we have this tribe of... And so everyone's kind of self-identifying themselves around something that's supposed to be a social movement.
You know what's interesting? And maybe this completely falls on its face, but I'm going to say it anyway because I've been so much into it. And my girlfriend, Alice, has been railing at me for a long time. And so I spent a very long time digging into this, which is intentions don't matter.
Yeah.
And I think this comes back a little bit to the problems going on right now.
You're right, because they talked about this in Jurassic Park 3.
You're right. Okay. I'm so glad we brought it all back to Jurassic Park, because that's real. I just wanted to fucking talk about dinosaurs.
JLM, Jurassic Lives Matter.
Jurassic Lives Matter. Jesus Christ, so profound.
Which is funny because so many people die in that movie.
I know.
Like, well, all 20 of them now. Jurassic Lives. We're going to sell T-shirts and get sued not only by BLM, but by whoever the fuck owns Jurassic Park right now.
We're getting so pwned.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So anyway, the rest of my...
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
The rest of my actual serious comment, intentions don't matter. And that's not, and I spent the longest time, well, that's not true. And at the end, I was right. It is not true. Intentions do matter, but it is not an external thing. You should never put your intentions in someone else's face, because once you do, you then discount their feelings, and you're basically using them to oppress them with your intent, with your expectations. Well, I didn't mean to stab you with the knife. I was really going for the cake, but
Yeah, right?
you just need to feel fine bleeding there.
Yeah. But I like the way you said that, and I agree. And I think
to finish really quick.
yeah.
Intentions should always be an internal thing. You should be internalizing this and thinking about what did you intend, and then how is your next action going to show that intention instead of saying my intention was this. And more of that needs to be happening. I think we've gotten I'm not going to generalize that far. I will say that I have realized that I have put my intentions on others without showing proper action, regardless of whether my intention was just or not. And I'm starting to understand that intentions are things to look back at. Actions are what you do moving forward.
Yes.
Now, sorry, just wanted to finish that.
You're good. And I think that that's a good way of saying it. Well, and I think that intentions are more up to the individual.
Mm-hmm. Of course. No, that's exactly it. It's internalized.
Well, and the person who it affects.
Well, yeah, your actions are the effect. The intention is what you meant.
Yeah, but I think that intentions, whether good or bad, are really debatable based on who you're affecting.
Well, your
I feel
intentions...
like actions speak for themselves.
Actions do speak for themselves.
So,
your intentions can always be bad, or your intentions can be misguided, maybe a better way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm done with this idea of good and evil. There's too much gray. But your intentions might have been misguided.
Yeah. I mean, I think...
But that's something to reflect on. And I don't think enough people reflect.
Yes, I agree. But also, I think that other people's response to your intentions are also something to take. Not necessarily agree with, not necessarily or even completely disagree with, but it's something to consider. It's like rumors, right? Okay, let's go full Tarantino here. Okay.
I thought we were going Fleetwood Mac, but all right.
No, okay. You should have had Barbara on if you want to talk about Fleetwood Mac. That's funny and true.
Fair.
Shout out to that lady who tolerates me. But
both of them. Apparently, they're killing it at darts. That's what all the beeps were.
Yeah, I know.
I have to go over there and show them.
I
how
keep
it's really
changing
done.
my number. She keeps figuring it out. She's like,
the problem is she has a key to your house, dude.
yeah, right.
Anyway, go on.
Maybe she keeps replacing my new number with the old number just to simplify it. She's a fucking mastermind. I don't know how I'm.
Oh my god. Well, she can get into my house too, which is crazy.
Right? Gosh.
Anyway, you were saying.
And then I have nowhere to hide out because she'll find me here.
True.
But I think about back to intentions. I think about and this is, you probably won't even remember this, but Gal Gadot, who played Wonder Woman, did a thing. I think it was during COVID, where her and other famous people sang "Imagine" on camera.
Oh yeah, I do remember a little bit about that.
And everyone was like, yeah, people are dying. Shut the fuck up. Like essentially that was kind of the I mean, and you know, and she responded with like, my intentions were nothing less than, you know, trying to support peace and blah, 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 which is all good. Like, I mean, her intentions were very good.
Well, I mean, Gifford, lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie, every day he was getting on the YouTubes and doing a live show on YouTube. No different.
Yeah. And
I feel like other people are putting their own anger and hate at her. I don't know if they match.
Yeah, well, and for me,
just because I made a song doesn't mean your people are less important about.
Yeah, but I guess for me it was definitely like a shut up. Like, well, and you know, I wouldn't. It's not even her that I probably had that thought about. You know, I have that thought daily when I see shit online where I'm like, shut up. You know, but in that case, I think that even though her intentions were good, they were maybe poorly timed. Does she deserve to be crucified for it? Absolutely not.
I don't even think, I don't know how much I'd go there. Like, bluntly, I don't know how much I'd go there. I'd be like, yeah, people are dying. And if there's something I can do, I will. But right now, like, this is what I'm doing. And you could either be a positive force to help with that, or you can just bitch about everyone that isn't doing what you expect. Fuck off.
Yeah. And that probably also didn't help with this whole chronology of us getting from social movements to like, I'm pissed.
Right.
Is COVID.
And if anything, I'll kind of back it up in the whole idea of like, so someone does something positive and your first job is to try and tear them down. Fuck you.
Yeah, but
Where are you coming with good intentions yourself?
Well, in my case, someone who's worked at bars for years, most people who,
and obviously I'm coming at this from a little less context than was going on, but just the way it's, if you were to come with me at that's what I'd say. It's like, okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
Other than ranting at me about like actually doing something positive.
Oh yeah, no, and most people I think really, well, I've noticed a lot of these people, when I think this way about politics in general, is that people who will sit at the bar and you know, there's a difference between having a conversation and being and throwing these things at people who you don't even hardly know, and more importantly, people who don't care. Is those people who focus on these grand ideas that they have no control over, like politics in a lot of cases. They do that because they have very little control in their day-to-day life. And it's easier to bitch about this big grand idea than it is to actually make valuable changes in your own life.
Is that a form of blame shifting?
I don't know, probably.
Maybe. I don't know if that's what comes to the top of my head, but that might not be the right
but
thing.
I do. I think it's just very...
Victim shaming?
Yeah.
No.
But I do. And I see these people who, and you know, some of them I get along with just fine. You know, I have no problem with them as a person. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many Donald Trump flags, you know, and you see Donald, I mean, we all see Donald Trump
live in a very
conservative,
like, I live in a very conservative space.
Yeah, which is fine. I really don't care. I mean, I don't agree, but I don't really care.
Maybe I should just say Republican. I don't know if I really call him conservative.
Yeah.
I'm conservative, but I'm not Republican.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing where it's just like,
right.
It's all about labels, and it's all about,
right.
I need to be what is true to me, but I need other people to be true to me if what I am matters. And it's like, shut up. Like, okay, buy the guy next to you a beer. If he disagrees with you, don't be a dick to him. You know?
Well, I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, and we'll just maybe try and put a bow on this and call it a podcast, but somewhere along the lines, we've taken and moved away from what our government should be dealing with, which is taxation and businesses and improving GDP and making sure that everyone has a fair shake at prosperity.
The American dream.
And we've moved into this idea where we're using it to say how people should be living their actual lives. And that's where I feel it falls down. This crushing of like, you can't be a politician and say you're not a God-fearing man anymore. Well, where was the whole point where we lost, separation of church and state? All these things, right?
Why did we become a country in the first place?
Yeah,
wasn't it
to avoid a king?
Religious freedoms,
religious freedoms, and avoid a king, right? So I guess that's kind of where I'll just leave it, and we can go from there if you wish, but. At the end of all of this, the thing I'd say is I'm comfortable in saying I'm a conservative because I've talked about conservative fiscal responsibilities and not everything else that comes with that. At no point should anything to do with running a government be about how someone should have autonomy and ruling their body. If anything, I'm more about more freedoms than less freedoms. And your freedoms can be yours as long as they don't oppress mine. And this idea that if you're wrong, if you think I'm wrong, therefore you need to change me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And that's where all this comes down to. And next thing you know, people are shooting each other and burning down churches, and this is bullshit.
Yep. I agree. Boom.
Boom.
If anything, and as a facilitator to the other half of that bow.
Yeah.
I will say, going back to our initial topic, Charlie Kirk's wife came out and said she forgave
I love her
the
for saying
man
that.
who killed her husband. And if she can do it, then the rest of us should have no problem having a conversation about what all of this means.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
I did love her stuff.
Yes.
It's a good way. That's a good way to bow it up.
So, more of a fun topic, not a really, really fun topic,
Okay.
but a secondary topic that is less has
Charged.
at least 100% less murder.
That's what I want on the front of my fucking cereal box.
Yeah, right. Right. Here's some Wheaties.
Wheaties. 100% less murder.
Yeah, right. Jamaican bobsled team.
Whoa, what?
But
Go on.
we got to talk about Kimmel.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta talk about Jimmy
I was going to
Kimmel.
avoid it. Well, I did write another thing down, which was based on what we were talking about with that, which is, when did late night television become a cost center?
Yeah.
Because we're losing, and I know what you want to talk about with Kimmy, which we'll get to him, but I'll fully say that I think the Colbert show, I think that was a fiscal move overall. I think some people believe it's a little more politically charged, and I won't say there wasn't part of it, but when you look at the overall numbers, yeah, they're letting him finish out a show,
Yeah.
but he is still going to lose $40 million more.
Yeah.
When's the last time you made $40 million?
I know the last time I lost $40 million, which is every fucking day.
Right? So some of that makes some sense. And so they've let him do a show and they let him kind of complete with that. The Kimmel situation, a bit different, but from what I can understand, Kimmel's show also isn't bringing in money, it's costing money. And and that's another one I want to dig into and understand more about over time is late night television, like talk shows. Apparently they're going the way of the buffalo, and they will. And at some point I think we'll lose Kimmel too. But Colbert and Kimmel will go on to do hopefully amazing things, smaller groups, podcasts like this, where, two idiots sitting on a couch and, in the middle of nowhere
Conan
can do it.
and
They can do it
Letterman
too.
are doing.
Yeah. I mean, two of my favorite people, well, one of my favorite people, and then very soon after that, Kara Swisher also has been a big deal. But I love listening to Scott Galloway talk. He talks rationally in a way that I love. I love his book, I love everything about it. So I dug up more of his podcasts and things that he puts out to hear more of him talk. And this is the same way all of them will go. Right now, podcasts seem to be the thing that are exploding a bit through YouTube and all the rest of it. Syndicated television is dying, dude. It's already half dead. In fact, the whole thing with Kimmel, and sorry, I just keep kind of railroading on this one, but the whole thing with Kimmel, the minute everyone started talking about dumping all their Disney shit, which I did, and I still haven't picked it back up yet. Maybe I will. Yeah, they know that's where when King Dollar can tell you what is and what isn't, that's where we're voting now.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the irony of it, is that if everyone had shut up, they probably would have just gone away anyway.
Oh yeah,
And because they made
long term, yeah.
And then they made a big deal about it. Now everyone's numbers are higher than they've ever been.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like, if you guys want something to die, let it die. Don't try and stab it.
Mm-hmm. Well, certain people involved.
Yeah.
The Cheeto is very thin-skinned.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
And
that's well documented.
yeah, and when your head of FCC makes, frankly, public statements like that,
Yeah.
I would say very close to threats. I wouldn't say they're exactly threats, but enough to where you've seen what's happened. Yeah, that's the response. I am a little shocked how easily our companies have
Rolled over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. And especially, and I feel that way far more with Jimmy Kimmel, because I feel like his product is very wholesome. And when I think of very political talk shows, I mean,
No, his has become extremely political.
yes, it has now. And, and I don't mean just in the last week, but I mean...
In the last year, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. Jimmy Kimmel I watched before this presidency.
Yeah, right.
You're exactly.
Well, and that was the thing for me is that if I wanted... And the only time in my life I really watched late night TV was when I was in high school and a little bit after high school. And I watched it based on who was on the show, not who was interviewing them.
Yeah.
But I do think because of our political climate, it has kind of... The pendulum has swung back to where it's like, no, this is like getting a nonsensical but honest take on the times we live in is something that people like and enjoy and need. But I also think because networks are so censored, the pendulum hasn't really swung all the way. It can't. It literally can't because they can't say fuck and shit. Which I'm like, do
you really need to say fucking shit to do what's necessary?
I mean, I know I do every time we podcast.
That's fucking true.
No,
Sorry.
no shit.
Well, shit.
Yeah. But, there is, that fear of getting canceled, that fear of whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I see the decline happening for, honest and real reasons. And I think that Jimmy Kimmel coming back on is a real sign, at least for me. I saw it as a big, fuck you guys. You can't just push people around. Mm-hmm. And, and I respect that. Even though at first they rolled over.
Oh, yeah.
They were like,
they if no one canceled their bit, if they didn't have the lashback that they did, no, Kimmel would still be off the air.
Oh, absolutely.
I 100% believe that.
And I think that was a big victory for us.
For everybody.
Yeah, like as Americans, because if Kimmel's show gets canceled because apparently their numbers are not very good anyway, but if it had the steady decline, they replaced him with someone else who also was no good, and they're like, we're canceling the show, it'd be like, no one would say anything. I mean,
well, no, that's business. Then it is business.
Yes.
And then it is business.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Agreed.
That's what happened to Conan. Someone who, in my opinion, is far funnier than like anyone who's on late night TV right now. You shut your mouth.
I'm still mad about Leno. Fuck Leno, dude. I know, right? I think Leno decided he wanted to come back, and that's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I have my own fucking hot take on that one. Fuck Leno.
But yeah, no, I do. I think that.
Sorry.
No, I thought
different argument.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna shit on Conan, and I
love Conan.
I will beat you to death with this microphone. Fucking, I don't even know how to use.
Okay? Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, because like Conan was I loved Conan. I loved when he hit mainstream. I was like, holy fuck yes. But outside of that, the only person I ever liked was oh God, Craig Ferguson. Thank you. Oh God, that guy was amazing.
Yeah, but I do. I think that
but they're gone now.
Yeah, right. They're not dead. That sounded morbid. Which is a different podcast.
They're dead to me.
Who should also talk about us?
Right.
Who we should also. But anywho, I do think that
Sorry. Go on.
But I do. I think that unfortunately, I don't think the Daily Show is ever going to go off the air.
I hope not.
Just because I think that is the platform. Late night.
I think they've got a good backing right now. It's one I keep an eye for it. Them, John Oliver, anything where you start getting these, well, I mean, fuck, he just did a whole thing on Kimmel, and a lot of what's going to come on through John Oliver is going to get wrapped up in the FCC very quickly. And then under that whole fucking umbrella.
Yeah, but I think and specifically the Daily Show, they've been there for, God, what, since the 80s, 90s?
90s.
90s?
90s.
So I think that because they were doing this at least this kind of news platform before everyone else. Because, David Letterman, Jay Leno, they didn't have to talk about politics. They could just talk.
And many times they didn't.
Yeah, and that was the thing. You don't want to talk. I mean, and that's how I was raised. Don't talk about politics. It upsets people. So they probably had the same. Don't talk about politics, and then we became a political entity. And now even Jimmy Fallon has political jokes. But
true.
Because
I didn't even think you knew what politics were.
Yeah, right. I don't.
Fallon's such an idiot.
He has his moments. Well,
I just don't think he's funny. Sorry.
I know.
He's probably a great guy. We probably have a great beers, but I don't like his programming.
Back to Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
No, but
I didn't like him there.
But I think because the Daily Show was doing that before all of that, they've been able to adjust with the times we're in because they've already done it and they see the change. And I mean, and now they're even doing more guerrilla type stuff.
Oh, sure.
Where it's like, but I think that John Oliver, because of his backing, and HBO being such a private entity that's also like booming because of Game of Thrones and all of that.
Well,
I think that
we can get into that sometime.
Yeah, but I think that because of all of that, they saw the writing on the wall that these guerrilla tactics are what matter. I guess, like him, the going and interviewing Edward Snowden in Russia. And them
I forgot about
buying
that.
out advertisements to play while fucking Trump is taking his morning shit. And things like that.
The catheter cowboy.
Yeah, like things like that actually do something. And no matter how absurd or hilarious they are, it's like, that's fucking awesome. They're actually doing something. The children's book about what's his name's the
was it the gay gay bunny?
And the VP had a bunny and they made him gay.
I can't remember the name of the book.
But I was just like, that's fucking brilliant. I bet they sold a bunch of those too.
They started a church.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They did all kinds of stuff.
But I think that that's just where we are, honestly, as a culture. I think we've been pushed past that kind of point of talking, and it's like the ones who actually do something are the ones that I think are probably going to stick around the longest.
I can see that.
But I also think it's very good that they brought Jimmy Kimmel back.
Yes. There's no downside to that.
I think that if any of these places go under as they...
And I don't know any talk shows that are right-winged, but I hope they stay open too.
Yeah, right? And that's my thing is I'm like, until... And that's the other thing. Well, and you and I mean, we got to wrap it up, but you and I are okay with disagreeing with people. We're okay disagreeing with each other.
Yeah.
And it's like...
We've done it today.
Yeah. When?
Exactly.
You're fucking lying. No, I'm joking. But yeah, and I think that if there's a right-wing guy who's... And that's my... Well, and I think of like comedians who make kind of right-wing jokes. I guess like, Tony Hinchcliffe.
I mean, this goes all the way back to people like... George Carlin. I mean, god damn. I mean,
who's a legend?
Legend.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, legend. Fucking
Dangerfield, legend.
Yeah, what's her name? Fucking Joan Rivers.
Oh, Joan Rivers. Yeah, Jesus, didn't even think about that.
But I do. I think. I mean, now that I don't work in Enumclaw, I can kind of come out and say that I'm.
Do you fucked horses? No, horses fucked you.
Does it count if I didn't learn their name? But
no, that just means it was a one night stall.
This is Bubbles. But now that I no longer work in Enumclaw, I can pretty much say that I for the most part tend to lean to the left. I mean, I try not to because it makes me feel like a bitch, but I really kind of do. But I love comedy, and I mean that's why we're here, because we love comedy. Right. And, there are very right-wing comedians like Tony Hinchcliffe and like Shane Gillis and Joe Rogan and people like that, and I don't really want them to get canceled. Like, I mean, I still enjoy their jokes. I don't agree with everything they say, but
Some of it's still fucking funny.
Yeah, I have no problem with Kill Tony being on Netflix. In fact, I would like more Kill Tony on Netflix.
Well, you got a bigger problem with Netflix now because they're going to put 100% tariff on international films. So Netflix is going to have to figure out a new way to make a lot of shit. Ta-da! Drop that bomb. We're out of here. Go bye.
We'll see you next time I have a free Tuesday.
Free Tuesday! Free that Tuesday!